hands to your heart. Come into the front of your mat, and we're going to just close our eyes for a moment, and with our breath we're going to set our intention for the class, for your week, month, year, or a positive affirmation. And it can be the same when you repeat every time you come to class, or it could be a brand new one on this summer solstice, longest day of the year, an international day of yoga. Repeat it to yourself. Surya Namaskar. Inhale, and if you're close to your neighbours, reach your arms forward rather than out. Exhale, swan dive, coming forward. Inhale, half lift, hands to your shins. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor. Take a step back, right, and then left, plank. And if you need to modify, drop the knees. Chaturanga. Elbows in, shoulders no lower than your elbows. Upward dog. Shoulders back, heart forward, squeeze the bum cheeks. Transition to downward dog. So if you're taking cobra, you move through the plank. And breathe, 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Do your little scan of your whole body, starting with your hands. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Hips are high. Inhale, 4. Inhale, 5. On the exhale, bend your knees, lift your gaze. Fix your gaze at a point where you want to bring your feet. Step up, right, and then followed by left. Same in breath, half lift, straight spine, straight legs. Good. Forward fold, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, take the arms forward. Extend at mountain. Exhale to your heart. Second side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left, right, plank. Or lower knees for half plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Shoulders back, squeeze the glutes. Lift your gaze. Exhale, downward dog. Start with your hands. Ujjayi breath. Good. Feet, toes in line with heels. Just want everybody to sink into their sit bones. Those bones at the very base. Just where you sit on, essentially, sit bones. And I want you to lift your sit bones up to the ceiling. Lift, lift, lift. Good. Draw the heels down towards the floor. Creates length in the backs of the legs. One more breath. Breathe in. And on exhale, draw the navel in a lot. Create your Uddiyana Bandha. Lift your gaze, look up. And then step up. 1, 2. Left, right. Half lift. Good. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms forward. Extend at mountain. Exhale to your heart. Round 2. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Now straighten the spine. Keep the legs straight. So rather than being here, bring your heart towards the floor. Lift your heart. Shoulders away from your ears. Shoulder blades going back and down. Tailbone pointed to the back of your mat. Then fold. Bend the knees as we did. Uttanasana. Jump or step back into plank. Chaturanga. Bend those elbows. Hug them in. Good. Upward dog. Urdhva Mukha Shavasana. Adho Mukha Shavasana. Now transition. Think into your core. Your core is your assist. Hands, arms, ribs, belly, sit bones. Lift them up. There you go. Draw down the backs of the legs. Heels in the direction of the floor. Toes in line with heels. Use your thumbs as well as your fingers. The backs of your knuckles. Fix your gaze and focus. One more. Breathe in. And on the out breath, you can either step or jump. So if you're taking a jump, fix your gaze on a spot on your mat and then lift. Half lift. Straighten the spine, shoulders away from the ears. Forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to your heart. Last time. Inhale. Exhale, swan down, coming forward. Half lift. Now bring your heart forward towards the floor. Better. That's it. Forward fold. Jump or step back into chaturanga. Good. Upward dog. Good. Downward dog. Slow your breath down. Take your downward dog as your reset. Your reset. Keep engaging your core that you ignited from the beginning of the class. Starting with a little flame and now getting into a bigger flame. So keep that flame alight. One more. Inhale. Now on the exhale, bend your knees, lift your gaze. Fix your gaze and keep your arms poker straight and push up the balls of the feet. That's it, good. Half lift, good. Exhale, fold. Bend or straighten. Rise up, extended mountain. Exhale to your heart. Good. Vinyasa to downward dog. Inhale, rise up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, heart towards the floor, shoulders away from the ears. Forward fold, jump or step back into plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog, downward dog. Take the weight over to your left foot and bring your right leg to the ceiling. Right leg and foot to the ceiling. Try to keep your hips square. The temptation is to lift that right hip all the way up. We want to keep the hips square, so it doesn't matter how high that right leg is. Now we're going to think into our left foot. So the right leg's up there hanging about. We're going to lift the left heel away from the floor. Left heel. And then lower the left heel to the mat. Do it 2 more times. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now think into your hands. Press your fingers and your thumb into the mat and bring your right knee to your nose as if you're going to kiss your knee. And even if you can't, kiss your knee. And then bring it to the ceiling. For 3, bring it forward onto the tippy toes of your left foot, knee to your nose. Bring it to the ceiling. 1 more time. Bring your knee to your nose and then bring it to the ceiling. Bring it to your nose. Squeeze it up, 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 tight to your torso as it can go. Then lower your shin to the floor, top hold, and bring it back up for 3, and 2, and 1. And then a big step up with your right foot. Take it to your right big toe, press it into the mat. So you're framing your right foot with your hands, and then you're going to bring your arms all the way up to the ceiling. And then bring your arms by your side. We're going to roll the shoulders like we did at the start. Right, left, right, left. 1 more. Right and left. And then bring both shoulders forward, up and back. Now when we bring them back, squeeze the shoulder blades and rotate your palms. As you float your arms up, lift your gaze, look up. Interlace your hands, keep your 4 fingers free. And then drop your chin. Squeeze. Now we're going to lift the right heel and lower it down. 3, 2, 1. Then lower the left knee to the mat. 3, straighten, bend, straighten 1 more, bend, fix your gaze and straighten. Now come forward with your torso, but don't collapse. Keep the 4 fingers pointed. Hold it here. Squeeze that right glute and then release your hands. Bring your hands towards one another behind. Pulse for 3, 2, 1. Squeeze your shoulder blades and step up with your left foot. Just 1 inch or 2. Coming into warrior 3. Lift the left leg away from the floor. Flex or point the top foot. Hold it there. Bend the supporting leg for 3. Straighten. 2. Don't rush. Straighten. 1. Straighten. Step back. Nice soft cloud. Reach the arms up. Crescent. And then vinyasa. Hands to the floor. Frame your foot. Stepping back. Plank. Now, don't rush it, so we're going to tap our left shoulder with the right hand and place the right hand down. Tap our left shoulder with our left hand, right shoulder with left hand, place back down. Chaturanga. Lower. Upward dog. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale. Weight to the right foot, left leg to the sky. Keep your hips square. Lift the right heel away from the floor for 3. Lower. 2, and 1. Lower. Bring the knee forward. Bring the, come onto the ball of your, or the tippy toes of your right foot. Kiss your knee, and then bring it up to the ceiling. For 3, come forward. And sky. 2, come forward. And 1. Bring the knee forward. Lower the shin to the floor. Hot pose. 3, bring it up. 2, squeeze. 1, squeeze. Step up with the left foot. Bring your foot with your arms, turn your hands. Think into the left big toe, press it into the mat. Reach the arms up. Breathe in. Exhale, release. Shimmy. Right, left. Right, left. One more. Right, left. Now a big circle with both shoulders. Forward, up and back. Squeeze the shoulder blades, rotate the palms, float. Little micro back bend, lifting your gaze, interlace your hands. Keep the forefingers pointed, drop the chin. Then lift your left heel. For 3, back leg is straight. 2, and 1. Drop the right knee. For 3, straighten. 2, straighten, and 1. Straighten. Come forward with the torso ever so slightly. Don't collapse the shoulders. Fingers pointed. Now lift the left heel. For 3, 2, and 1. Release the arms, bring them back, palms facing one another. As if they're magnetized to each other. Pulse. 3, 2, 1. You're coming forward onto that left foot, step up, and then warrior 3, coming forward. Bend the left knee for 3, and straighten. 2, straighten, 1, straighten, step back, into your crescent, reach your arms to the ceiling, and then vinyasa, frame your left foot. Step back with the left plank. Touch your left shoulder with your right hand, place it back down. Opposite side, place it back down. Chaturanga. Upward dog, downward dog. Reset your breath. Reset your breath. Suddenly downward dog feels so good. So the same again, and we're going to add to it. One more. And if anybody needs to take a break, go into child's pose. Listen to your body. Take your weight over to your left foot. Right leg to the ceiling. Keep the right leg up, keep the hips square, and rise up on the balls of your left foot for 3, 2, drop it down, and 1. Good. Now take that right knee forward, touch your nose, coming onto the ball of your left foot, and bring it back to the sky for 3. Bring it to the nose. 2, good, and 1. Bring it back. Then bring it to your nose, as if you're in one-legged plank, and then drop your shin towards the floor. Hot pose. Bring it back up. Squeeze. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Step up. Frame your hands with your right foot. Arms to the ceiling. Arms to the ceiling. And then drop by your side. We're going to shimmy the shoulders. 5, 4. So you have to engage the legs. 3, 2, and 1. Both shoulders forward, up, and back. Rotate the palms. Float the arms all the way up to the ceiling. Good. Look up at the sky. Interlace your hands. 4 fingers pointed. Kali Mudra. Good. And then drop your chin. Lift the right heel for 3 and 2. Just the right heel and 1. Good. Drop the left knee. Tap the floor for 3. Straighten. 2. Straighten. Really good. 1. Straighten. Beautiful. Then from here, coming forward with our torso. Don't collapse the shoulders. Lift the right heel for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Release the arms. Float them back. Palms magnetized. And squeeze for 3, 2, 1. Now you know you're coming forward onto warrior 3. So push off the back toes. Come forward with the torso. Lift the back leg. Try to keep the hips square. Really helps with the balance. Bend the supporting leg or just keep it straight for 3. Straighten. 2. Engage your core. 1. Now this is where we're adding to it. Come forward into standing splits. So both hands come to the floor or to your blocks. Left leg reaches all the way up to the ceiling, as high as it can go. Now, if you feel good and secure, you can take your right hand to behind your calf or your ankle, holding on, gripping onto the leg with your right hand, left hand out to the left, like you're pushing into the leg with your hand so that your torso can go towards your right leg. Left leg to the ceiling. Pointer flex. Pointer flex. That's it. Standing split. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more. Breathing in. Ujjayi. And on out breath, that left leg slowly lowers behind the right. The whole of the foot lands on your mat. So it's not just the toes or the ball of the foot. And then you walk both arms, both hands over to your right. Shoulder distance apart and forward fold. So you feel a nice stretch along the backs of the legs. You're welcome to use your blocks if you need to place your hands on blocks. Try to keep both feet flat on the mat. So you're not coming into the outside edge of the feet or the inside edge. One more breath. Breathe in. And on out breath, walk the hands back to center. On top of the legs. Hip distance apart, vinyasa to downward dog, half lift, breathe in, half lift, breathe out, fold, step or jump back, to plank, chaturanga, upward dog, elbows in, downward dog, good, take the weight over to the right foot, left leg to the ceiling, lift the right heel for 3, 2, and 1. Take the knee forward to your nose, back to the ceiling for 3, forward, 2, forward, and 1, forward. Bring it forward to your nose, drop the shin to the floor, hot pose, 3, bring it up, and 2, squeeze, press into the floor with your hands, and 1, squeeze it up. Step up with your left foot between your hands, reach the arms all the way up, present pose. Back heel is lifted, 10 toes facing the front of your mat. Good. Sorry, I was charging. Slightly lost my life there for a second. Okay, so drop the arms, shimmy the shoulders for 5, 4, oh yeah, we're fighting, 3, 2, and 1. Roll both shoulders up and back. Lift the heart, rotate the palms, float it and look up towards the sky. Interlace your hands, Kali Mudra. Drop your chin. Lift the left heel for 3, and 2, and 1. Right knee to the floor for 3, and 2, and 1. Good, we're going to come forward with the torso. Keep the fingers pointed forward. Lift the left heel for 3, 2, and 1. And then release the arms. Float the arms back, palms facing one another. For 3, squeeze. 2, and 1. Push off the back toes, coming into warrior 3. Bend the supporting leg. For 3, flex or point the top foot. 2, squeeze the belly in. Fix your gaze, and 1. Now we're going to fold all the way to the floor, or 2 blocks. Hands can stay on the floor, and forward fold the torso towards your left leg. Otherwise, you can take the left hand to the calf or the ankle, and lift, lift, lift that right leg to the ceiling. Squeeze, squeeze the right leg. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift, 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 and breathe. Holding it there. Try to straighten that leg. One more. Inhale. And on exhale, slowly lower the right leg behind the left leg. And then walk both arms, both hands over to the left. Place the sole of your both feet flat on your mat. And then forward fold. Arms, shoulder distance apart. Using your blocks or without. Breathe. One more. Inhale. And on exhale, slowly walk the hands back to center. On top of your legs, hip distance apart, half lift. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Step back or jump. Chaturanga. Vinyasa to downward dog. Oh, we meant to tap the shoulders. Tap, tap. Go back to plank. Tap the shoulder. 1, 2. Lower. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Elbows in. Elbows in. Downward dog. So I didn't tap the shoulder. So I didn't teach last night. Myself, Joe, and my 7-year-old son did a class online because Cahar was telling me all day, oh mommy, I want to do a workout with you, I want to do a workout. So we did a workout and the plank you had to tap your shoulder. So I thought, oh, I'll use that in my class. So you can thank Cahar. Slow the breath down. One more. So, new vinyasa. Take the weight over to the left foot, reach the right leg all the way up to the ceiling. We're going to take the knee forward to the nose and now bring the left heel rotated down to the floor and the right knee rotates round to the left. Then straighten out that left leg, or right leg, sorry, so the right foot is hovering around the floor and lift the left arm up. So it's like a little side plank. Coming into falling triangle. Drop the right foot to the floor. Now this is where it gets a little bit different than what we've done before. So we're going to circle this left arm back, bending into that right knee, and then lift the left arm all the way back up towards the ceiling. Then you're going to come forward with that left arm, straighten that right leg, and bend the left. Lower the sit bone to the floor, tap the right toes. So you're not moving the feet. The hips are moving and the torso is moving. Bending into the right knee, left arm goes up, and then bring the sit bones down to the floor, flex the left foot, tap the toes. Bend it into the right, coming forward, straighten the left, and then bend the left, straighten the right. Okay, so even if you do that much, bend in the right, straighten the left, bend the left, straighten the right. So it's a little dance with the hips, coming forward, and then back. I can't see everybody, but given by the sides. Okay, let's try it one more time. I know you can do it. Similar to our little, what was it last week? Our dolphin to our hover table. Dolphin to our hover table. Okay, so I'd like to do something to make the mind think. Okay, so we were here. Falling triangle. Left hand to the ceiling. Okay? Right hand underneath your right shoulder. Bend into that right knee. Keep the left leg straight. Bend it, yeah. And the left arm goes up. Don't worry about the arms if it's too tricky doing both. Then start to straighten the right leg and bend the left. Bringing the hips back. As if you're going to sit, but you don't sit. Because that would be too easy. Okay. Tap the toes. And then bring the strength of the right leg comes forward. Lift the left arm. Straighten the left. And then one more time. Bend the left. It's going to be fun doing it on the other side. And then bring that left hand to the floor. Step up, frame your foot with your hands. Drop the left heel again. And then circle. Warrior two. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Okay, good. So, in Warrior two, there's 3 rotations. So bend into that front knee. And it's the front knee that's rotating to the right. Okay? The left shoulder, the left hip is rotating back, and the head then rotates to the right. So 3 rotations, right knee, left hip, head to the right. Good. So now we've got the rotation sorted, we need to sink the hips. So sink the hips without coming forward with the torso. Shoulders remain above our hips, tuck in our tailbone, draw the navel in, think into your core. Relax the shoulders, hence the little shimmies. Release the tension, back leg is straight, back leg is straight. That's it, and breathe. One more, breathe in. And on the out breath, Parsvakonasana, coming forward this time with the torso. We're not collapsing forward with the left shoulder. Keep that left shoulder rotating back. The left hip rotates back so it doesn't come forward. Elbow to the thigh, modified option, and then look back at your left hand. Flip the palm up, and then watch the palm as you take it up and over your head. Keep your eyes gazed up onto your palm, that's your joystick. Parsvakonasana, good. Keep the rotation going with the knee, with the hip, and now your head's looking up rather than forward. Good, and breathe. And then out through your nose. Slowing it down. And then we're going to add Skandasana from Parsvakonasana. So we've done this in the last couple of classes. So moving from Parsvakonasana, we're going to start to straighten the right, pivot on the right foot, so it's a little pivot of the feet, and the left toes rotate round to the back of your mat. Bending into the left knee, you then start to flex the right as you sink the hips. Hands come to the prayer. Hands come to prayer. Okay, good. And then, from Parsvakonasana, we're going to pivot into Prasarita Palatanasana. But this time our hands come to our ankles or our calves, and we pull on our legs to forward fold. Elbows out wide. Working a long straight spine. And if you can't keep the spine straight, then don't pull so much. And if you can keep the legs straight, keep the knees bent. Breathe. Good. Sit bones to the sky. Heart between your legs. Elbows out wide. Good. One more breath. Breathe in. And from here, we're going to pivot back to our warrior two. So the right toes rotate to the front of your mat. Open up your arms. Left heel pivots to the back of your mat. Good. So it's a few pivots of the feet. A little dance. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the out breath, circle Vinyasa downward dog. Left arm, hand to the floor. You lift the back heel. Slide the right foot back. Plank. Tap the shoulders. Right and left. And then lower. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. So let's figure this little dance over to the left side. So we're going to take the left leg to the ceiling. Take it to the ceiling. And then we're going to take the knee to the nose. Take the knee to the nose. Then drop the right heel down and take the left knee to the right. Straighten out the left leg and then lower it down. Lifting the right arm to the ceiling. Then we're going to start to bend into the left, straighten the right, circle the left, right arm up. And then bend the right, straighten the left. That's it. Bend the left, straighten the right, lift the gaze, look up, and then bend the right, straighten the left. One more time. Left bends, right straightens. Right bends, left straightens. And then rotate. Stepping up. Left foot, drop the right heel. Circle to our warrior two. Relax the shoulders. Right leg straight, left knee bent, 3 rotations. Left knee opens to the left, right shoulder, right hip opens to the right. Rotate your nose to the left. Belly in, tailbone in. Shoulders stacked above the hips. Good. Now if you can, back knee lifted and squeeze the thigh muscle to the femur, to the thigh bone. Good. So you're engaging your glutes. Beautiful. Now if you can, this is a wide stance, so that we can lower our hips towards the floor. Creating that 90-degree angle with our left leg. So our standing postures is all about strength. We're building strength. Don't allow the sensations to dictate the emotions. Breathing is hard. Yes, these are doing it. These are doing it. It's all in your breath. One more. Breathe in. And on the exhale, start to reach. And then lower. Now if you don't need them modified, you can take the hand in front or the hand behind the left foot, but I don't want to compensate with the right shoulder, right hip. So take the elbow, don't be afraid of the modification. Look back at your right palm. Watch it as it floats up and over your head. Keep your gaze at your palm. Good. So this is a dynamic posture. So the right hip is rotating back, the left hip is rotating forward. Right rib cage, back, left rib cage forward. Good, Mark, that's it, lovely. Good, everybody. Again, hugging the thigh muscle to the thigh bone in the right leg. One more, breathe in. On this side, Skandasana over to the right. So we pivot, we start to straighten the left, pivot on the right toes to the back, bend it into the right knee, flexing the left foot. Hands come to the floor, or if you need the support, hands can come to the floor. Holding it there, and then pivot the feet once again. This time bring your hands shoulder distance apart, wrists underneath your shoulders, and then push the floor away with your hands as you bring the top of the head towards the floor. Elbows are parallel. Elbows parallel, that's it. Elbows parallel. Good. Sit bones to the sky. Elbows in, Martin. Yep, that's it. That's it. Bend your knees if the legs are too much, put them straight. That's it, Aidan. Good. Try to think length in the spine. Heart coming forward, just like you do in your half lift. Heart is forward. One more breath. Breathe in. And on, out breath. From Parsvita Padottanasana, we pivot on the feet. Into Warrior Two. Left toes to the front, right heel to the back. That's it. Sink your hips. Draw the navel in. Energy out through your fingertips. Left knee. Open it to the left. Good. Good. Crown of the head to the ceiling and breathe. Focus on your breath, no matter what's going on and around you. One more. Breathe in. And on the out breath, circle right arm, vinyasa to the downward dog. Stepping back with the left. Tap your shoulders. One at a time. And then lower. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Breathe. Slow and steady breaths. Resetting. One more. And then drop your knees to the mat. Take your knees out wide. Bring your two big toes to touch and walk your hands all the way out for extended child's pose. Melting your forehead onto the mat or onto a block. And if you want to keep it active, lift your elbows, press your hands into the mat. And if you want to keep it passive, then drop your elbows to the mat. Connect to your breath. One more. Breathe in. And on our breath, lift your gaze, rock your body forward into tabletop, squaring up your hips, tuck the toes under, lift the knees, back to downward dog. Take the weight over to your left foot, reach your right leg to the ceiling, and bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Lower the knee behind the wrist, coming into pigeon, rotate your right foot up, and then walk back with your left leg. So using your knee and your toes to bring it back. Now if you need a block, place it underneath your left or right glute, and then we're going to lower the torso. Again, you can keep this as active or passive as you need. So for less active, it's just dropping onto your forearms, and then to come all the way is coming forward, fold, keeping the hips square, extending the arms shoulder distance apart, pressing the hands into the mat, and dropping your forehead all the way down. Stretch at the glutes and even into the psoas. Not so much the psoas here, but it will be. If you have a tendency to round your back, then just think into your heart as if you want to bring the heart forward. And if you know that you still have difficulty with a round spine, then you can lift your face and rest your chin on a block or chin on the floor. And that would help lengthen the spine. One more breath. Breathe it in. And on the out breath, lift your gaze, walk your hands in. And if you can stay here, hold in this position, but if you want to work a little bit deeper, bring in your left heel in towards you, reaching back with your left hand, and then slowly stretching, tucking in your tailbone, stretching your left quad, bringing your heel as close to you as your body allows. So this is more of an intense stretch for the quad and the hip flexor. So notice if you are now resting more on the right side, coming off the right side, ensuring that you're keeping your alignment, your hips are square. toes of the back foot under, lift the knee, lift the block away if you have one underneath your cheek. Engage your core, draw the navel in, and then step back to downward dog. Now you'll notice there's a difference between your right and your left side, so just ease it out by paddling out the feet. And then moving maybe your knees to one side, stretching in downward dog, whatever feels good for you. Whatever your body needs or feels good to move. And then come to a stillness in your downward dog. Take the weight over to your right foot, lift your left leg to the ceiling. Bend your knee and bring your knee behind your left wrist. Lower it down behind your wrist. Swing your left foot up to your right, and then use your right toes and your right knee to walk your right leg back. As far back as it can go, keeping your hips square, again, with block, without block. Lowering onto your elbows, forearms first. And then when you're ready, slowly extending the arms, lowering the forehead or the chin. Again, keeping it active or passive, whatever feels good. Right up. Stretch with the glutes, so breathe into that area. The high T-bands. One more. And then as you exhale, lift your heels, walk your hands in, bring your left knee with your hands, and then as an option, you can take your right heel in towards you, reach back with your right hand, hold on to the front of the foot, tuck in your tailbone, keep your hips square, and bring your heel as close to your body, or if it's back here, then just keep working. Listening, stretching, breathing. Good. Good, try not to collapse onto the left side. One more. Inhale. And on the exhale, release. Put the toes of the back foot under, take the block away. Engage your belly, draw the navel in, and then stepping back to downward dog, walking it out. Moving your hips, swiveling on your feet from one side to the other side. And then dropping your knees to the mat, swinging your feet to one side or crossing your legs, coming into Dandasana, seated mountain. And then we're going to rotate the shoulders again and seated 2 more times. And then a big circle with both shoulders forward, up and back. And as you lift your heart, rotate your palms, lift your heels, breathe in, drop your chin, and forward fold. Bring your hands to your toes, your shins, or either side of your legs to the floor. Lift your heart as you breathe in. Keep your shoulders away from your ears and bring your heart forward as you fold. Melting your torso onto your thighs. And if you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. Keep your feet flexed, legs together. Good. Close your eyes. Allow the breath to flow. This is all about elongation, stretching, not tensing. So we tense our muscles somewhat when we are strengthening, and now we are stretching. We want them to release and let go. One more, breathe in. And on the out breath, slowly rise up, scoot your bum lower all the way down onto the mat. Bring your knees into your chest. Tailbone to the floor and rock your body from side to side. Come to center, reach the soles of the feet to the ceiling. Reach up, holding on to the outside edge of the feet, or the calves are behind the knees, holding on to your hamstrings. Rock your body from side to side and happy baby. So the feet are a good distance apart. And then come to center. You can keep going happy baby, rocking side to side, or if you want to stretch a little bit more, straighten the right, keep the left knee bent, rocking over to the right, and then straighten the left, bending into the right, rocking over to the left. Over to the right, and then over to the left. One more each way. We're staying in happy baby. Over to the left. And then bending, bringing both soles of the feet together all the way to the floor, Supta Baddha Konasana. Rest your right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. And if you want to just sway the knees side to side, ease at the hips. Or keep them still. And then come to a stillness where you can just connect to your breath, connect to your heart. Releasing your hands, cross your feet, lift your tailbone away from the floor and bring your hands into a diamond shape just underneath your tailbone, elbows out wide. Press your hands and your elbows into the mat to bring you up into a seated position where you can then grab your clothes, wrap up before you come to relaxation. Finding your way back onto the mat in Shavasana. Do you want a bolster there? Would anybody like a bolster underneath their knee? Relax your jaw, your chin, throat and neck. The tops of your shoulders, collarbones, chest, heart. Relax your front and side ribs, your back ribs, your belly, belly button, lower abdomen, hips, pelvis, thighs, knees, shins, ankles, tops of your feet, your big toes, second toes, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, soles of your feet, heels, calves, backs of your knees, hamstrings, buttocks, lower back, middle back, shoulder blades, upper back, shoulders, armpits, forearms, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, thumbs, forefingers, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, the back of your hands and the palm of your hands, every joint, muscle, ligament, tendon, every organ, conspiring together to keep you healthy, to keep you well. And your miraculous breath. Breathing in all the goodness your body needs. Exhaling everything your body does not need. What are you waiting for when the world is waiting for you? Are you waiting for more money in your bank accounts? For every box to be checked on your to-do list? For everything to finally be in order? While the desert is whispering your name, the volcanoes are dormant for your feet to hike them. The vibrant colours of jungle birds beckon for you to see them with your own eyes. Will your best memories be from the office, the line at the bank, buying stamps? Or will it be the motorcycle ride across Vietnamese mountains? The violin of a busker in Barcelona that made you stop, pause, and contemplate what it means to be beautiful. Watching the sunrise over Lake Michigan. The warm sun steaming sweat of your drenched t-shirt from hours of dancing with abandon. Or going off trail in Yoss Mountain, saving 5 raisins for the next day, just in case you didn't find your way back. This life exists in liminality. Your life begins where the forest of comfort ends and the unknown fields of possibility beckon you forward. Alone, you are home, but with courage, you become complete. Befriend the unknown. Get to know something larger than yourself. Jump off the plank, prisoner. Wake up from your sleepwalking. There is nothing to wait for when the world is waiting for you. your feet. And creating a little dance with your hands, wiggle your fingers. And with your feet, wiggle your toes. And then relax. Relax your hands and relax your feet. Engage your tummy a little as you slide your heels one at a time up towards your sit bones. Knees and knees. Just take a moment, allow your spine to adjust. And when you're ready, take your knees into your chest, holding onto the tops of your knees. Lengthen your spine and rock your body from side to side. Come to center and reach your right arm up and over your head, rolling onto your right side. Take a moment here to rest. With your eyes closed, push into the floor with your left hand, coming up into a seated cross-legged. Spine is long and the heart is lifted. Bring your hands together and rotate your feet. And then with the feet of your hands, place them on your eyes. Open your eyes and then squeeze them close. Open, squeeze them close, open. Look up, look down, look to the right, to the left. Rotate clockwise, anti-clockwise. And then close them again behind your palms as you take your hands together in front of your heart. Take a deep breath in and repeat your sankara, your positive affirmation. And on the exhale, bow your chin into your chest. Turn the corners of your mouth up to your eyes. Let your eyelids open. Thank you all for coming to do a little dance with me this evening. Namaste. Thank you all. And as a little celebration for International Yoga, Day of Yoga, and Summer Solstice, I have a little gift for everybody that came to class. So there's a little yoga tea. There's two, a heartwarming tea and a relax tea. You can take it both. And then for the men, there's a little crystal. It's called a red jasper. And for the ladies, I have a rose quartz. It's one for everybody in the audience. And also, on top of that, I'm feeding you as well. So myself and my twins made you guys some vegan protein balls. And there's vegan ones, and then there's non-vegan ones, because there's honey. And I'm really sorry that they've got loads of honey in. So, over here. So you can read up about the meaning of the crystals.